Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rich Guzman.
Hey guys, my name is Ace Guzman.
And welcome to another episode of Ace and Rich Live. Super excited about tonight because we're going to get into the AI revolution that's taking over the internet by storm.
That's right. Can everybody hear us and see us clearly? Let us know in the chat. Can you hear us and see us clearly? Let us know. All right.
All right. Yeah, we're good with sound now.
We're good with sound now?
Yep,
all right, good. So what are we going to talk about today on Ace and Rich Live? We are going to discuss as marketers, we're going to have a marketing discussion here about how the AI revolution is really taking over the globe.
It's just taking over completely.
Like I'm not talking about just the United States. I'm talking about the globe.
I'm super excited because, you know, I wasn't really into this AI thing. I'm old school. All right. I've been doing this marketing since 2008.
Yeah.
And I basically started from scratch, keyword research, even before Keyword Planner came out. Like I did the manual.
Did you just say Keyword Planner?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hold on. And then there was another keyword research software, Market Samurai.
Oh, yes. I love Market Samurai.
Market Samurai users, guys. If you've been around the internet for many, many years, you guys are gonna know Market Samurai, right? Now, and I've used like the old Google keyword research software to understand different ad groups and different keywords. And when I first learned this, to me, I was like, "What's a keyword?" It was to me, I just couldn't grasp it in the very beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coming from a guy that knows how to build computers and software and all this great stuff and being in the band, but didn't really understand marketing and keyword research and understanding SEO and all this crazy stuff. So all that stuff I learned manually. And now that I'm finding out, like AI could be like, "Hey, Rich, don't worry about it. I got your back." I'm like, what? Give me a break. Are you serious? Like you're going to help me out understand SEO and keyword research? Not only that, but you're going to also create the content for me. Like I could literally, I mean, of course I'm going to do my own spin, but you're going to be able to give me a guideline of what I can do with content, understanding what keyword to choose that people are actually searching for. So you're not wasting your time mining keywords after keywords after keywords and test.
Yes.
You tell me you're going to eliminate that heavy weight off my shoulders. Hallelujah. Thank you. And amen to the AI revolution, baby.
Where have you been all my life, AI?
And you know what? I've also, that's a new discovery for me.
Yeah.
You blew my mind with what you showed me today. That's why I'm excited.
Oh, I blew your mind.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you blew my mind. That's why I'm excited. Now, but there's some things that I've been using, which is amazing, guys. I've been using a tool for my video editing. And I'm really, really pumped about it. And it just takes like minutes.
I told you was going to get hooked once you start using it.
Yeah, but I think there's different things for AIs, for different people, for different strategies. And certain things don't resonate with me. Other things do. And I found the things that resonate with me, and you found the things that resonate with you. And like, we're just coming together and we're doing this stuff together. And it's so cool.
Definitely.
It's like having an assistant. Say, hey, it's
a team of assistants.
Yeah,
okay. Let's get that right because it's like a team of assistants. Like what affiliate marketers, especially super affiliates like us, what we used to do is outsource a lot of this stuff. Yeah. And we would hire, video editors and people to create like voiceovers and things like that. And now you can use the AI to do it for you, dude.
Could you imagine, where the future's heading?
Yeah.
Could you imagine, it's going to completely change? Yeah. Like, it's going to be more sophisticated.
It's updated.
Like, it's going to be like your own personal assistant. Like, "Hi, Ace and Rich, what would you like for you to do today?" Anything that you need, just let me know. I am at your whatever, right? Yes. And it's going to get like that.
It's gotten the thing with AI. I don't know if anybody know about the recent update with ChatGPT, but now it's ChatGPT 4.0. Did you see that?
Wow.
It's ChatGPT 4.0.
Oh, yeah.
Like we were waiting for 5 and there were rumors about 5 coming out, but this one's called 4.0 for a reason. And they're giving you a free trial of it right now. So like if you log into your ChatGPT account and you have 3.5, it's going to ask you, would you like to test 4.0? And honestly, there's a lot more to it.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's a lot more to it.
I'm sure.
For those of you who don't have the paid version and you're not paying $20 a month for this, still, like people are still sitting on the sidelines about it because they're still testing it out because now there's like so many AIs, they can't even keep up with it. There's like a library of tools of AIs. Like nobody can keep up with it now.
Our marketing is completely like just transforming. Like it's becoming more effortless.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, one of the tools I'm using, it cuts my videos up into shorts. It like knows, like how to cut the right shorts. And if I want to edit, I go in there and just do a quick little edit. And it's just like, it does 99% 99.9%
Uh-huh.
of the work for me.
Yes.
So all I got to do is just like, I could do this long form video. I could cut the videos up into small bits, and I can put it up on different shorts like YouTube Shorts or TikTok.
Yep.
Or,
And what problem does that solve for us marketers who actually fight and deal with like having enough time or having enough money to be able to outsource this kind of work? And you really do have to outsource this work. Old school would be that you would go to Fiverr or you would go to Upwork, and you would have to go and research which, you know, outsourcers are qualified enough, or ones that you have to train to actually read and watch and look at your video content and take the transcripts and everything and just like break everything down into like shorts. And then you have to go back and forth. And this is costing you. This is costing you money.
I think it's
and then
costing
you got,
more time than anything.
Yeah.
Because time is money, right? So it's like what we've done, and I think in the last few months, we've multiplied our content.
Yes.
We've been generating brand new leads.
Yes.
We've been developing new relationships, making brand new sales.
Analytics are climbing.
Right, and not just sales from like one of our offers, sales from multiple different offers.
Yes.
And we're about to like up the ante for what you shared with me today. That I'm like, I can't stop talking about it, guys. I'm just blown away. Like, and I'll get into it. It's
okay. Slow down, Rich. Hold on.
I'm speechless right now.
I know. But
because I did so many things manually in the very beginning, even before I met you.
You want my shoe? I mean, because you can kick yourself now.
No.
After knowing this.
No, but it's just, I remember starting in 2008, right? We met in 2010. In 2008, I learned marketing on August of 2008 was the first time I signed up to an affiliate marketing program. And I started learning about marketing, and it was difficult because it was a different animal. It was something completely different. It was new. I was green, right? I didn't know anything. And all of a sudden, I just started learning these new skill sets. I started manually doing keyword research, manually trying to figure out video content, manually doing the description, manually learning SEO, using a few tools here and there, but it was a lot more manual stuff. And even also the funnel builder. I mean, what funnel builder was there back then? None. I had to use Dreamweaver. I had to grab some code from a page from another marketer to cheat and put it in there and kind of make my own stuff. And you can see these lines in my capture page all broken and stuff. Mm-hmm. But that's what we had to do back then because we didn't have these great tools and resources. And AI, I know right now, is going to advance more into funnel building.
Think of the AI.
And I'm getting excited about that.
I like what my mentor said. I give him the credit. He said, think of AI the way it is right now, especially ChatGPT, is like when the internet was first born and people thought it was just going to be just email.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's more to it than that, because now it's using your voice. So like you can sound like anybody you want. Have you seen some of these short videos like around TikTok and Instagram where it's like Morgan Freeman talking, right? That's not Morgan Freeman. That is an AI of his voice.
Actually, I've seen one with Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And
yes.
It's not really them. And I'm like,
but it sounds like
really weird.
The pitch is almost there. But
it's coming close.
It's coming so close. Yeah. Like they haven't got it nailed yet. It sounds like them. It does. But the AI is still learning. They're still programming it to get to just the perfect pitch. Yeah. And it's going to start sounding like, I'm waiting for one to sound like Eddie Murphy. I mean, that's just going to be badass.
Eddie Murphy.
You don't sound like my favorite comedian. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look, we got people hanging out over here. We got Curtis. What's going on, Curtis?
Hey, Cindy Lee.
Cindy Lee, what's happening? Albie, what's happening?
I'm using AI for the foreword of my book. Look at that. A foreword.
Oh, man.
Brilliant.
Awesome. That is awesome.
You know, like that cuts your time in half. See, that's the thing about using AI. I think there's a pro and a con with AI, right? So like if we think about the pros, content generation, let's talk about this for a minute, right? As marketers, okay? As marketers, we can utilize AI as a tool. And like ChatGPT and Gemini, I don't know if you guys had a chance to test out Gemini, but I am in love with Gemini just as much as I am in love with ChatGPT. Oh, and the thing is, it's literally empowering us marketers to generate high quality content efficiently.
I got a feeling one's going to get jealous of the other.
You know, I actually pinned them against each other one time. I said, what makes you so much better than ChatGPT? 2 snaps. I was ready to see it. And Gemini was like, let me tell you about me. And I'm not worried about what ChatGPT can do, but this is what I can do. Okay. It got like all girlfriend on me all of a sudden.
That is funny. That's hilarious.
I pinned them up against each other. But the thing is, like, These tools, they literally analyze vast amounts of data, okay, to provide valuable insights and suggestions to us marketers,
Right.
saving us time, energy, and resources so that we don't have to come up with this stuff manually like we used to do back in the day.
Right.
Also, when it comes to this, you got to understand something. If you don't know prompt engineering, you're living under a rock. Prompt engineering is nothing more than just an internet marketing term, basically, for AI talk. So prompt engineering, you create specific inputs. And what are these inputs?
So that's the skill set. You have to
It's a skill
learn
set.
to have the knowledge
Oh,
of
you gotta practice it.
understanding AI prompts.
You have to understand how to talk and communicate, not robot, but you have to communicate with the AI in a certain way so that you give it the right input to give you the right output. Because here's the thing, right? A lot of people use AI, but they're using it incorrectly. And then they wonder why they have boring ass content or why their content looks too generic in the first place. It's because they're not prompting properly. Because I can use Claude and I can get that thing to cuss at me. But if I try to use ChatGPT to try to use foul language, it's very biased, so it won't do it. It won't cuss at me. It won't say one F-bomb. But when you use Claude got a little profanity meter in there, and it will say a little something.
Okay, guys, just so you know, Claude is a third AI.
It's another AI, but there's things that it can do too. So like, okay, I don't want to get off topic, but let's talk about this, marketers, because the things that you can do with AI is just mind blowing. Okay.
Yeah.
And when we talk about like personalization and targeting, let's talk about personalization. One of the tips that I can give you is if you're using the AI and you're using it for your business, never take it for just face value. And I'll tell you why. Because the AI isn't 100% always right. Because think about it, based on your knowledge, okay, and expertise, which is why you're there in the first place, you're human. You went through the stuff to learn,
Yep.
right? You have to cross-check and make sure that the AI is accurate. There are times when I've used the AI and it came and gave me something, and I had to cross-reference with my mentor and say, that's not right.
Well, wait a minute.
You know?
The AI is learning from a human
It is.
because it's being programmed.
It is. It is.
But over time,
Mm-hmm.
it's learning itself.
Right, because you keep in mind, like there's different versions.
Yeah.
So when you look at the AI version of ChatGPT, when it came out, it was 3, now it's 3.5. It's still only limited up to 2021. So any data prompting or anything up to 2021, the data that it can cross-reference is that old.
So
anything new, hold on. Anything new must be updated. So this is why they're asking us to pay for it.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
So you have access to the most current, up-to-date prompts.
So let me get into something because this is what I'm really excited about. Okay.
Mhm, mhm.
You show me something that, yes, in the Ace and Rich private room, secret marketing room.
Shut up.
You taught me something that I just learned that just blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get into that a little bit right now. Okay. You pulled out content literally mapped out with what kind of content to speak about. And you knew what keywords to target. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Description, keywords. You knew how to literally
Meta tags.
Yep. Everything to the point.
Yeah.
That you don't have to go and try to seek and find to try to create the content.
No need to.
You can research the content, make sure that
again, you have to have the proper inputs.
Yeah.
And you got to give it a command. Remember back in the day when you actually saw dot matrix and you remember the old IBM computers?
Yeah.
Okay, remember that little green thing that used to just blink back and forth?
Yeah.
The matrix. And what did you have to put? Command C?
Yeah.
Okay, guess what? Think of it like that with AI. You have to communicate where you're giving it specific commands, or it's not going to understand what you're talking about.
That's amazing.
And you could literally like break the damn thing. Like if you give it the wrong input, it's going to say, I need a little more. It's going to tell you, I need a little more. What it means is that it doesn't understand what is it that you're asking, because you could be asking it 5 or 6 different things. And it's trying to tell you, you're asking me too much. You're asking me too much. You have to stick to one thing, one command that you want it to do. Now, if you have a series of commands, the series of commands have to be related to each other. So like what I showed you was how to create some kind of a spreadsheet for content creation. So when you create a content roadmap and you have an idea of a particular subject or topic, or maybe it's an offer that you're marketing, let's say it's health and wellness. If it's health and wellness products, then you have to know, okay, if I'm targeting the health and wellness, I need to know what benefit am I trying to portray and convey. And then you have to know your keywords. Okay. So now I'm like, literally, this is mind blowing.
You have like nerd language. over here.
Well, you used to talk to me like this, and I gave you the deer in the headlights. Look, now you're looking at me the same way right now. You see what happens? The tables have turned.
I love it. No, I mean, I'm a nerd too.
So what happens is, okay, here's the fun part. So let's say you have your basic set of keywords. Now you have your basic set of keywords and you put them in, okay, into the AI. Yeah. And you say, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to create a table for me. And you say create a table, which basically means create a spreadsheet. And it creates a table for you. And then you say, I want column 1 to be this, titled that. I want column 2 to be this, titled that. Column 3 to be this, titled that. And then you tell it what you want and what you don't want. So he's like, I don't want you to analyze. I don't want you to explain anything to me. I just want you to do exactly what I told you to do. And guess what?
That's insane.
And then all you do is like 1, 2, 3, go. And then all of a sudden it like goes, and it shows you the spreadsheet, and it shows you your keywords. It shows you your target market, your audience, what you're trying to do as far as the content.
Guys,
it's crazy.
Are you guys like excited about this? Are you getting what she's saying? I mean, I'm like I said, I'm blown away when she showed me this stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And for you guys to really hear what she's talking about, going really deep into it, that's amazing.
Yeah. Not amazing. BT. Goodness gracious. It's Chat GP like Peter T, not BT. I see this a lot. People do this all the time.
I do too.
You get tongue twisted with Chat GPT. It's Chat GPT. No. Chat GPT. P like Peter. Yeah. Okay. But all these things that you can do with AI, I mean, that's just one facet of what it can do.
Yeah, but what you did was you communicated in a way.
Yep.
They created a table, like a spreadsheet, and AI was like, I want you to do a video about this.
Oh yeah.
This.
Yeah, you could repurpose it and use it.
Whoa. And then it's like, and you gotta, write this in your description. And here are the keywords you're gonna be targeting, because it's about what you're doing and all. Yeah. I'm just like, wait a minute, I'm the one that usually does that. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Am I fired?
I don't know. AI is gonna replace your butt.
I don't have to do the keyword research
They did say that AI would be replacing people's jobs, but
God.
This is what they're talking about.
I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that anymore.
Like there was we talked about this last week on the last show episode, where there was a marketer named Vanessa, and she's online, and she literally terminated a lot of her outsourcers and just now relies on AI to do most of the work for her.
Yeah, it's like you have your own multiple virtual, assistants.
Yeah, all your whole team, everything that you need that you thought you would normally have to do, and if you're lacking skill, you make up in numbers. Well, use the ChatGPT to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I've outsourced to the Philippines before. I've had people work for me.
Yeah.
And it's kind of difficult sometimes too, because not only do you have to, let's say you have to teach somebody something. If you don't teach them, they're not gonna know what to do.
Right.
And that can be time consuming. And,
right.
And you really have to know what you're doing if you're gonna outsource. But now with AI, I guess the Philippines are feeling the pinch.
Right. But the only thing that I will say is, and I'm going to quote Gary Vaynerchuk on this, is the fact that you can do all these fantastic things with AI. You can write the foreword to your book. You can write a book with it, pretty much. You can do a lot of things with it, but it's not capable of critical thinking. That's where you come in as a human. We cannot forget the human connection. The humans are important because we're capable of critical thinking. You can't do that with AI, but you can tell it how to think. You could tell it who to act. You could say act as, or you can say to the AI, sound like the voice of. Like I've had some stuff where I said, here, write this email like Russell Brunson, the copywriter, and it would say, okay, I'm going to sound like Russell Brunson. And I would read the email over and over again, and I would have it like rinse and repeat, and I go, does this really sound like Russell Brunson? And then I will go to one of Russell Brunson's like posts or something to see how he talks. And then I'll have the AI, have like some of the pieces of his blog post. And then I'll like copy and paste some of it from his blog. And then I'll go write an email with this voice. And who's this voice? Russell Brunson of, and it would literally just sound just like he wrote my email.
That's
and you
wild.
never know the difference. It's like, is that Ace writing the email? Is that Russell?
That is wild.
It can do that. It can do that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy crap.
But you see, you could spend a lot of time on this new thing, but try to use it for leverage. Don't waste a lot of time with it, because time will run away with you.
Well, they say
if you're
AI
not careful.
They're worried about AI for the future because it could be used for bad.
Oh, every single thing that comes out, they want to use it for bad.
What I'm saying is, it goes to say, the old saying goes, is that you can use it for good or use it for evil.
Yeah, the same thing with copywriting
Yeah.
as a skill set. You could use it for good, and you can help a lot of people with copywriting and do some great marketing campaigns and
Wow.
things like that. Or you could use it for evil and just steal a bunch of money like everybody's doing on crypto.
I can't believe it, man. That is just-
That's what's happening right now.
the more deeper we go into this conversation,
Yeah.
the more deeper we go through this rabbit hole of like, wow, there's just so much
Yeah.
information on where we're heading. The whole marketing world has changed.
Yeah.
And, we talked about that before, how, affiliate marketing, in this marketing world is always shifting and changing. And you got to change with the times.
You do.
And this is a pretty big shift
Yeah.
in our world. And it's
Mhm.
not just with marketing. AI is going to affect a lot of different things.
Yes. So a lot of the stuff that I've been learning is from Jonathan Mass. I don't know who you may or may not know who he is,
Right.
but to me, he's like a mentor now because I was looking for somebody to actually, who knew this stuff pretty much. And there's a lot of people out there that, they think they know everything about AI when they really are not prompt engineers. This guy knows his stuff and he's still learning too at the same time, but brilliant guy. And I've seen him talk on stage and I see him, on his videos. I've joined several of his webinars and literally he teaches you prompt engineering to how to do it the right way. And I was introduced to Claude. I was introduced to Perplexity. That's another one. I'm saying names now to you. You don't even know what these AIs can do. Yeah. Perplexity, Claude and Gemini, Bard, and all these new ones that they got coming out.
But we're talking about like, AI as far as where you give it prompts and stuff like that. But there's also AI tools now that is using AI technology.
So basically there are softwares and done for you systems out there that have AI integrated. So that way you don't have to do some of this stuff and go to AI separately. It's actually integrated. It's part of the process.
Oh man.
So like what it would take you for, creating like, remember OpenAI where they came out when they introduced ChatGPT, right? And then you have like these other AIs that could write blog posts in this like fast. Well, that's what these softwares can do. They actually have that as an integration. Like, oh, you can write your blog post. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can do it right here. And it just says generate with AI. Canva right now, Canva has AI integrated. You can literally create a PowerPoint presentation just from putting a couple of inputs.
I don't know. I'm still like, because I discovered a few things today that I didn't know before.
Yeah.
And I'm finding myself that I'm using it now and it's making my life so much easier. And I can't wait. And I know it's coming. It's already probably starting. Is there's going to be AI editing softwares, because editing it can be a little tricky. It can be a little bit difficult, to get it the way that you exactly want, like maybe like a certain style, a certain way. But AI is going to be to the point that, okay, what kind of editing you want to do?
There's a lot of that.
Can you imagine?
There's a lot of that. And also graphic designers are starting to get worried too, because, I'm a freelance graphic designer. I designed our Facebook banner. And then I've also done some things in the past with, people's timeline covers, but the stuff that this thing can do.
What about Photoshop? I mean,
that's what I'm getting at. People who are graphic artists who spend hours of schooling to learn Photoshop, they're starting to get worried about how the AI now can actually, like Dolly and all these other ones, Mid-Journey, they create some badass images. Let me tell you. They really do. And they're almost realistic to the point. Like I looked at like one of our followers, we love her. She's a pastor's wife and her name is Nancy. And I've been seeing her feed and she was with her grandchild. I'm like, is this a photograph? No, it was an AI generated version of her. And it looked so real.
Oh my God.
I said, it's like that. But the thing is, you got to understand that there is a con to this, because with AI, it can only generate images based on what your input is. But the one thing is you can't change pixels.
Now,
that's the difference between being a graphic designer, where a graphic designer can actually has more control and it can actually change pixels, whenever you need to. With AI, once it's done, it's done. That's it. You can't change it.
What about this new trend that I'm hearing about faceless videos using AI?
This is fascinating. Okay, so let's talk about faceless video marketing for a minute. So people, what they're doing is they're creating accounts. And they can do this on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and they're literally putting a couple of prompts inside ChatGPT, copying and pasting, and then going into video AI tools that literally use stock photos. Okay.
Or stock videos.
Or stock video reels, like B-rolls. And they put them together based on the conversation.
But it knows what videos to put depending on what the script is.
Only just the basics of it, because you can go in and control it yourself and upload your own videos if you want to. But it's just going to basically create a template for you that is fully customizable. Yeah. Fully customizable. That you can do this.
You were showing me some of that stuff too. And I was just, and it just created a whole video by itself.
Yeah. So what I did was, like, for example, I went online and let's say I wanted to create a faceless video marketing, campaign for like travel, and I'm involved with a travel network marketing company, for example. And if I want to market this offer, let's say I just want to, pinpoint different beautiful places around the world. So I thought,
Attention,
okay.
all network marketers, pay close attention.
So you think about Puerto Rico, there's some gorgeous places in Puerto Rico, but we haven't visited them all. So how would you know what are the top 10 places? We'll go to ChatGPT and ask, it will tell you.
Yeah,
Okay.
wait a minute. You showed me today, and we saw some spots that we're like, I mean, we've been to a few spots since we've been here.
Yeah.
But we saw a beautiful
places.
when you go out to the ocean, and there's like this rock on the side, and there's a waterfall coming right into
waterfall.
the ocean.
Yep. And the water's like clear to the bottom.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
We got.
I know.
That's on the list.
It's on the to-do list, right? For the summer. So the thing is, like, you can go to ChatGPT or even Gemini and say, list top 10 places to visit or see, right? However you want to input it, to visit or see in Puerto Rico or Mexico or wherever, right? And I put Puerto Rico, and it gave us the top 10 places. And then what you do is you copy that information right there. That is your script for your faceless video. Wow. Okay. Just what you just got. Now you can take this thing and you're going to go to a website, and there's a lot of them out there, but there was one of them that I was testing, and you copy and paste it into the script. And then what it's going to do is going to ask you, okay, what voice do you want this in? Because now it's asking you if you want to use your own voice or you want to use an AI generated voice. So I picked a woman named Lupe, and she had like a Spanish accent, and I wanted to use her.
Yeah,
so I picked Lupe AI and I put her in there. And then all of a sudden, like within I would say like about 10, 15 minutes, it was like loading. And then all of a sudden I saw this video roll, and I couldn't believe it. It showed the exact places like San Juan to Ponce, and it was all over, and it was showing all the beaches. And I said, where are they getting these videos from? I didn't take these videos, but they were stock videos.
Now, did you think AI knows who's Ace and Rich?
Okay.
Should we experiment live?
I don't think it knows anything about us. Maybe ChatGPT might know about us. But Gemini, I don't know. Gemini is new.
Why don't we do an experiment today, guys? You guys up for it? We'll share the screen.
I don't know if it knows who
we'll see Ace go to work and do her magic, right?
Oh, God.
Get all nerdy and stuff, huh? Right? Because what made me think about that was Richard Osborne says, would it be okay if I asked AI to sound like y'all?
No, you don't want AI to sound like us. You want AI to sound like you. You need to find your tone of voice, because I had to work with AI for a while before I could really narrow down the tonality of my conversational voice, because you have to understand, I write a lot of emails. And when I write a lot of emails, I don't want emails to sound very generic and mundane. I wanted to have my personality.
Exactly.
Sometimes I drop a little F-bomb or a little SHIT, sometimes it comes out. And I wanted to say that, but it won't, because ChatGPT will not write any profanity. However, I found it's very, very, very much conservative. But I figured out how to do it, though. And now I use Claude, and Claude would actually sound like me more than ChatGPT.
Really?
Because a lot of the profanity and the innuendos that I use,
look at all
Claude can actually sound like Ace Guzman.
Now, where is Claude from? We know Gemini is from Google, and ChatGPT is OpenAI, right?
Again, prompt engineering.
Right.
Yep.
So where's Claude from?
I don't have that answer on that for you.
Mystery.
That's a mystery. But they have created so many different facets of ChatGPT. Once ChatGPT came out, then there was all these other competitors.
Right. So that means Claude wants to remain anonymous.
I guess. I mean, but there are people that use it. They just use it for different reasons. Like, I'll tell you one of the reasons, like our good friend and coach, Greg Davison.
Yeah.
What did he demonstrate? He demonstrated at one of our trainings that it literally can be a coach just as badass as Anthony Robbins.
Yeah, we witnessed that. That was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool, right? He literally said, "You are my, millionaire coach.
Scary,
you are my coach. You are Anthony Robbins, and I want you to coach me like Anthony Robbins will. And boom, boom, boom. Here's my problems, and here's what I want you to target for me to help me out to get over this."
Wow.
And all of a sudden, like, it's like asking him questions, and it's like, tell me what your day is like. And I'm like, what in the heck? People pay thousands of dollars to actually go see Anthony Robbins, and there you go, right there with Claude.
That's
just insane.
That's just mind blowing.
It is mind blowing.
When I really hear about
but again, how do you know what to input if you don't know how to prompt engineer?
Well, you got a good point there.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
If you're not learning prompt engineering, you're missing out on a bigger piece of using ChatGPT to the fullest content. It's going to give you anything you want, but you got to prompt it properly, or your output's going to suck. Your output is only as good as your input. Write that down. Your output is going to be only as good as your input. If your inputs suck, your outputs are going to suck.
Guys, let us know. I mean, what do you think about this AI stuff? Let us know here
I'm
in the
just a
chat.
messenger.
You watching us on YouTube as well?
Yep.
Put it in the chat, guys. Let us know. What do you think about this AI stuff? I mean, it
Yep.
is taking over, whether we like it or not. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really hitting home here. So,
Mhm.
you know, let us know. What do you think about this AI, and what do you think you can use it for?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
maybe you don't want to use it. I don't know.
Don't say you don't want to use it. It's
No,
gonna be.
because
It's gonna be.
no, there's going to be
There's some
people.
fears that are afraid of
Well, that's what I'm
treading
saying.
on that water.
That's what I'm saying. You know, if
Yeah.
you want to use it, you know, let us know. If you don't, let us know as well, right? And let us know why you wouldn't want to use it.
Well, think about they're using it right now in everyday life.
Yeah.
What do you think self-checkout is?
I guess you're using it whether you like it or not.
You're using it whether you like it or not, you know? But we got Richard Osborne here with a question here. Guys, yeah, bring in your questions. Let us know, how are you using ChatGPT or other forms of AI to leverage your time? What you used to do, what took you 6, 7, 8 hours long to do, spend the whole day creating things and designing things and doing things manually. What do you do now that has changed? Let us know, or in the comments as well. We have Richard Osborne says, do you have a link to AI? Obviously, if you go to Google and you just say AI, is it going to give you AI? No, it's going to give you a lot of AI stuff, right? So what I would recommend is start with ChatGPT. That is the most basic that you could do. It's 4.0 now. That's what they call it, 4.0. Yeah. So ChatGPT 4.0 has a new trial right now that you could test it out. It's an update to 3.5. There's also another one out there called Gemini. Gemini is with Google. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. That's what I find fascinating is like Google like totally just went above and beyond now, ChatGPT, and they call it Gemini. So definitely you can go to Google and say Gemini AI and boom, right there, Richard, it will pop right up for you and you can test out the same prompts that you could do in ChatGPT. Here's what I recommend. Play with it. Test it on all of them and watch the different variations you're going to get. Because you asked me this earlier today, too. Let me get to John's question in a minute. But you asked me, you said, what if you use the same prompt and all of a sudden, like, is it plagiarized? And
no. What the question was is, let's say that we have our content mapped out for the week. Okay.
Yep.
And they gave us the information that we needed and stuff like that, as far as like the SEO and you know, description, the actual written words and stuff like that.
Right.
And what happens if somebody else goes out and does the same thing? Are they going to get the exact same information that was given to us?
And the answer is no.
See, and this is a good question that I asked her because I wanted to make sure, because back in the day, we used to use things like syntax spinners and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm old school, guys. But I was concerned about that. I'm like, well, then that means somebody else comes along, you're doing the same thing, same topic, same industry, and all of a sudden they're going to get the same information. And you said no. And I really love the fact that you said no.
Yeah. It's one of the things you have to understand about ChatGPT and Gemini is they frown upon plagiarism. Wow. So it doesn't matter how many users you give the same. You could get the same prompt. You can have a book of prompts. It doesn't matter, or have access to one. If 50 people are all going to use the same prompt, are they all going to have the same output? No, it's different for everybody. Because everybody has a different conversation, different tone in their voice, different personality. You know what I mean? Like I said, you can prompt it and it can sound like you. Somebody said, can it sound like y'all? It doesn't know who Ace and Rich Guzman is, right? It knows who Russell Brunson is. And if you want it to sound like Russell, you can. If you want it to sound like Dan Kennedy, you can. If you want it to sound like some of the biggest copywriters in the world, okay, it can sound like that if it already knows who they are. And it will. It just depends on where you're doing it at. I mean, you try to compare ChatGPT and Gemini, you'll see there's a huge difference.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll see there's a big difference. Or they'll say there's not enough information about that person and they don't know who you are.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Are you working on it now? Your Rich is on Gemini, like, who's Ace and Rich Guzman? It doesn't know.
I mean, I just be interested to see, because
it won't.
It has.
Now, okay, so why aren't you sharing the screen? Like, show everybody, dude, like when you're doing it.
All right.
Albie says, really great AI info. So glad I tuned in. This is some fun stuff, man. I mean, the stuff that we're talking about here, we talk about all kinds of topics and stuff that's controversial and not, and literally can go into marketing discussions about using AI right now is huge right now, because we're going to talk about what's hot, right? What's buzzing on the street. Yeah. You know, and this is what's buzzing right now. People are really spending a lot of time, a lot of hours learning ChatGPT, and they're learning how to prompt. But now Gemini is taking on to ChatGPT as a competition and is doing some really mad stuff. What are you doing? Remember, I told you your prompt is just as good as your prompt has got to be good. So if you put in the shittiest prompt, you're gonna get a shitty output, Rich.
Well, that's the thing. I'm new at this
Okay.
AI with prompting. So
Yeah.
what I want to do is I want to just do it in layman's terms.
Okay.
So if somebody's brand new, they'll probably be doing the same thing. So
Okay.
I
If
asked
you,
the question,
if yeah. Uh-huh.
I asked the question. I am struggling with procrastination. What should I do?
Okay, hold on a
Right?
second.
Hold
Before
on.
you do that, no, before you do that, okay? Because Rich is going to make a mistake right now. You already asked it the first prompt, who is Rich Guzman? And now you're about to ask it something completely different off
Right.
topic. You
Okay.
need to start a brand new chat discussion with the AI every single time you put a new input. Do
Okay.
not do it over and over with the same. There you go.
I'm asking this question, guys, is because, hold on.
Start a new chat.
I'm asking this question because a lot of people come to us and they struggle with procrastination, right?
Of course.
So I'm going to type in that question.
Okay,
right?
there it is.
I'm struggling with procrastination. What should I do?
Okay, before you submit that, you're going to get something that's going to be totally like in depth. But if you really want to be specific, you have to tell the AI what does it need to take on the role as. Okay, think about who would solve this type of a problem. What kind of title or
But
person?
I'm giving an example. Somebody would come here and they
Yeah.
would do this because they don't know. So let me just.
Okay, so you're going to do it from like a total beginner.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what they're doing. They're just going to type and ask a question.
Yeah.
See what I told you?
Yeah.
Look at the output. See that?
It's telling you what to do.
Right, but you could really do it better than this. I'm telling you.
But this is, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm giving an example so you guys can see probably what you would do if you don't understand how to communicate with AI to get the best benefit out of it. Okay. So now I did it this way, which
Yep.
most people would do.
Most people
Now
would do.
what, look at the people out here right now that
Yep.
are watching this live. Also people that are watching the replay. Okay. What would you do differently than just ask that simple question?
Okay, so right now, in order to really prompt engineer this properly, I would have to have it create a role. Like I want it to act like a figure. Okay. So it can act as my coach. So now you're going to say you are a business coach.
You are a business coach.
Period. You have to put the period because now you're giving it that command. Remember that command C I was telling you about? So that's the command. You are a business coach. You're just saying you are a business coach, okay? And now it's going to literally give you specific things. It's going to keep breaking it down for you and breaking it down for you. And you forgot to also say something else. You just hit the enter key without even letting me finish.
Oh, okay.
See, right. You can't do that, okay? So go back to it and it says, I'm sorry, okay? You are my business coach. Yeah, I like to apologize. Say, yeah, I have a conversation with it. Don't talk robot, Rich.
Well, I'm old school, okay? So you know.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
Yep.
I meant to say you are my business coach. Okay, period.
Period.
I am struggling with.
I am struggling.
With procrastination. Now, what would you like it to do? If you're struggling with procrastination, what else do you want it to do?
I'm just trying to answer a question for someone. What should I start off with to solve this?
Okay, so this
problem?
is the way you would say, I'm struggling with procrastination and I don't know where to start.
And I don't know where to start.
Okay. What do you recommend? Question mark.
Period.
Yes. Even if you misspell it, it's gonna correct it. Even it's okay. It's idiot proof. Okay. Okay. What do you recommend?
What?
You can say, what do you recommend? What do you suggest? Okay. Mm-hmm. Question mark. Okay.
So, guys, this is live, all right?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about prompting, nothing like that. I'm just getting instructions from Ace on what to do and stuff like that. So
That's an eyesore.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go
Alright.
ahead and put this and submit. Now watch the different output you're going to get compared to the first time. See?
okay,
A little bit longer. See? A little bit longer.
So can we pull this up a little bit?
Yeah, you can. See? Okay, no worries at all. Remember, you did say sorry. So it's like,
Yeah.
no problem, you know? Let's tackle that procrastination together. Since you're feeling overwhelmed and unsure where to start, here's a good first step. There you go. When you said that you didn't know where to start, it's going to say, well, let's take this back to the first step. What's the first step? Identifying what? A specific task and break it down. Is there a particular project or goal that's causing you to procrastinate? You see how it literally starts to coach you?
It's getting in your brain.
Yeah, it starts to
Yeah.
coach you. So like it's telling you to just pick just one and then use that as a springboard. Well, that's absolutely true.
So, you guys, you keep coaching someone who's struggling with procrastination. Now I can go back to the person who asked me this question and be like, hey, this is what you need to do.
Exactly. And that's what a lot of people
I'm
are
not a
doing.
procrastination
No,
coach.
I know that. Right. And then here's another cool thing. It's telling you, okay, we can start by researching current marketing trends, schedule 30 minutes to browse industry publications or attend a relevant webinar. See, it's a business coach, so it's only going to give you business advice. Very, very, generic. But if you said what kind of business you had, now you're getting more specific. The
Mm.
more context, guys, that you give the AI, the
Go a
more
little
you're going to
deeper.
get.
Go a little deeper. Let's go a little deeper.
Give me the darn keyboard, man. Okay, so now if you want to get
We're
specific,
doing this live, guys. So you guys check out exactly.
So let's say
the magic about
you
this works.
are I don't know what industry. What industry?
Oh, affiliate marketing, of course.
Okay, so then you would say, okay,
Help everybody out there.
I am a new affiliate marketer, right? And with all the tasks I must do from posting daily to writing and creating video content, I need to see something like a table to organize. Watch this, guys.
Pay close attention.
My daily, I'm trying to type y'all sideways, daily activities. Show me. This is a very powerful thing. If I put show me at the end, let's see what it's going to do. Whoa. You see that? Look at that. And you can export it to Google Docs in Gemini.
You gotta be shitting me.
Look at that. Oh my God. It literally broke down your DMO and it told you exactly what you could be focusing on right there. Now, again, guys, like I said, this is just an output. You can customize it to whatever you want it to do because everybody's going to be different. But this is a springboard and a great template to work with.
Well, so far I'm digging what it's saying.
Look, it even told you when to take lunch.
Look at that relaxation. All right.
Yep. I wonder if it told you to take a nap. No, it didn't. But if you were too tired and you were going to bed late, it's going to tell you to take a nap. Probably, right? And then look, additional notes. And then remember, consistency is key. Hello. There you go. See? Look at that. So if you're fighting your procrastination, you're affiliate marketer, you're trying to figure out something, hey, ask Gemini. It will actually put you back on track.
We're definitely living in some interesting times.
We are. We definitely are. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Guys,
Let's get back on the
Did
screen.
you guys get value from that or what? Put it in the chat, guys. Did you guys get value from that or what? I know I did.
Like I said, your input has to be good. If you don't tell it to take on a role of something, it will not know. And I've tested this. It actually took on the role as a lawyer. It takes on the role as a certified public accountant. I actually use this for bookkeeping. You can use ChatGPT and AI for bookkeeping too.
Wow.
You know, who's doing your taxes now? AI. It is.
That's insane.
Those bots, they're doing them. There ain't no real people back there calculating anything on no calculator. That's
Wow.
AI is doing all that.
That's insane.
It is.
That's
We
amazing.
live in an interesting and very exciting time where now in the digital economy, you can actually use digital marketing tools and software and resources that'll really save yourself a lot of time. And I'm telling you, it's great for the kids. Yes, great for the kids. I use this for homeschooling my child.
Yeah.
Don't I?
Yes,
My child is autistic. He's in 10th grade. And I've been using this to help him break things down. Did you know? Oh my God, the stuff you can do with AI. So like there are some autistic kids out there, or adults that have something what is called ADHD.
Yep.
I actually had AI provide me a plan, a lesson plan, easy enough for someone who has ADHD to understand because my son is autistic. And it mapped it out for me.
Wow.
That's how powerful it can be to help. So you like got your mind all over the place. You got scatterbrain syndrome, and maybe you have ADHD, and you just need to figure out a way to map out your business or organize your life. You can literally use ChatGPT or Gemini, and it will help you map it out because it understands how to program it for people who are suffering from that particular problem.
Wow. But in our industry, in our marketing world, it's solving a lot of problems.
It is solving a lot of problems.
It really is.
It is.
All the stuff that I took years to learn,
Mm-hmm.
it's like now it's just telling me, oh, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yes, you don't have to worry about, struggling with a blank page in front of you anymore, knowing what to write, what should you create as far as content today.
That was really tough.
All that stuff that used to take hours, you can just go to your AI and you can tell it what you want it to do. Hey, write me a video script. Hey, go ahead and create this for me. And it will do it for you. And now what's happening is people are monetizing AI. And there was a question that came up here that says, I don't understand the connection, Ace, with how to monetize AI. Okay, so let me distinguish what monetization is when it comes to artificial intelligence. So with monetization of AI, basically what you're doing is what you would normally used to do when you go and outsource somebody and you would pay them to do it. Now somebody's going to pay you to be the outsourcer. So you would use the AI as a tool to do all the things that you want it to do for your client. And that's how you'll be able to monetize. You make money from that. So if somebody says, I'm looking for somebody to pay $50 an hour to do keyword research, guess what? They don't need to go to Fiverr for that. You're going to look to you if you're offering that as a service and you use AI to do keyword research.
They would have to do it manually before. Now AI can do it for them.
Exactly. What if somebody is looking to hire you to write content? Let's say, I have a couple of students here. I got one of them named Mark. Mark actually is doing copywriting, right? But if he wanted to really level up, he can use the AI if he learned prompt engineering, and he can actually be able to do this and get paid for it.
So that's what the skill set is called.
That's where you monetize AI.
Engineering.
Prompt engineering.
Love
yes.
it. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Very much.
Yeah. I mean, we went over a lot today, guys, on AI.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this has been an amazing Ace and Rich Live. I mean, to really get more interactive and do something on screen. And for me being new at the, prompting, it was good for me to kind of do it layman's terms a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Not really fully understanding it. So, because that's probably what somebody would do if they were brand new, because they don't know.
Yeah.
Wow. This is amazing.
Okay. Any other questions? Let me know in the chat. Let's take a look.
Before we wrap things up, guys, let me know if you guys have any questions about what we talked about AI. Let's stay on topic, guys, because this is really fascinating and very, very interesting when it comes to AI.
Jessica says, Ace, I'm not much of a writer. Can AI help me create content even if I'm not good at writing? Okay, so this is a very good question. What if you're not good at a specific area and you want AI to do it for you? Okay, yes. It can. I mean, that's the whole premise of using it, right? It's to eliminate, the wall, the excuses. Even if you don't know something and the AI has an idea of it already, all you got to do is just ask it if it knows, and it will tell you yes or no, and it will provide the details for you. So if you're saying I'm not much of a writer, but can you help me write, a short story, or I'm not much of a writer, can you help me write this email? It's going to say, okay, what kind of email are we going to write? You could even say something like this too, Jessica. Here's one of the prompt engineering things I can tell you could do. You could say, hold on, I'm thinking on the spot right now. I'm not much of a writer. Can you help me write this? Oh, and you could say, feel free to ask me questions so you can provide me with the best results. When you say, feel free to ask me some questions, it's going to say, okay, now the AI is going to turn around and it's going to say, okay, Jessica, tell me about your industry. Tell me about what is it that you're writing about? What is the topic? What is the email subject line you want it to be? What do you want the closing to be? It will ask you questions. Now it's going to help you jog your memory. And now, even though you don't know much of that particular subject and you're not skilled in that area as a writer, you literally just had the AI goes, okay, no problem. I'm going to be your assistant. I'm going to ask you what kind of email you want me to write. I'm
Wow.
going to ask you what kind of output you want me to create for you. Is that brilliant or what?
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Just say, feel free to ask me any questions.
Wow.
And I did that. And I was like blown away by the things that this thing can do with those types of prompts. Feel free to ask me any questions.
Yeah,
So if you don't
Sarah,
know something, yeah.
That was a good answer for Sarah. Oh my God.
Jessica, there was Jessica. Yeah. Michael says, is AI content safe for SEO? Yes, it is. And like Rich talked about earlier, when it comes to like certain softwares, they have AI integrated with it for SEO. So if you are an affiliate marketer and you have like some system or program you're part of and you have awesome tools that you have access to, and you know that they have some kind of an SEO mechanism to it that utilizes the AI, use it. Why not? You know, but AI can actually do things like SEO, but you have to tell it that. You have to say, okay, I want this to be SEO'd, or I want this blog post to have search engine optimization to it. If you don't say anything, it won't do it automatically. So that's why I said it's not capable of critical thinking.
That's true. Yeah.
You have to tell it what to do.
Yeah.
Right. So that, yeah, it would be safe for SEO. Absolutely. I mean, we SEO our videos with it. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
We SEO our videos with it. So Beatrice says, what are some of the limitations of AI content creation? The limitations, like I talked about earlier, is like you have to tell it certain genres. So let's say you want something to be witty, playful, funny, you want some humor. It's not going to do things for you automatically. You got to tell it what to do, right? Those are limitations of using the AI content creation. And what kind of content is it going to be? It's not just going to spit stuff out randomly for you. It's not a spinner. It doesn't do that. But what it does do,
I got confused because
it's not that kind of
use syntax spinners many years ago. So that's why I was like, I got confused.
Yeah. So, you know, as far as limitations, like it's not capable of critical thinking.
We got one more question of the night here. Richard Osborne says, I like to make money with AI. How can I make money with AI being somebody REI accelerated coaching and tools to turn your hobby into a business?
I'm not sure if I quite understand that. Is it two questions or one? Because
how does it make money with AI?
As I said before, basically, if you want to make money with AI, you know, first of all, you got to get good at prompt engineering and create some awesome prompts that are actually going to be, you know, categorized and organized for things that you're going to be doing and offering and providing as a service. Okay. So like one of the things that people are doing right now is you have people that are on Fiverr or Upwork and they're utilizing AI. They're not doing it the old school way now. They're using AI. They're creating profiles, and they're now becoming what is called a freelancer. So as a freelancer, they're actually leveling up their game now and doing things much quicker and be able to acquire more clients because they're providing services. So services are like done for you type services, things that they can do like write your content for you using AI. The client doesn't need to know this, but if they are fully transparent, which I do like to do business like that and say, okay, I'm being completely transparent. Just know I am not the one that's going to be doing most of the work for you. I will be providing my service, but I'm going to be using AI if you don't mind. And I'll be using AI for the work that I'll be doing for you as part of our contract. So you'll say that because the client doesn't have the time to learn AI, do they? They just want to get things done. So they're just going to pay you a couple $100 to a couple $1,000 to do the work. That's how you could make money with AI.
Awesome. All right, guys, this has been an amazing Ace and Rich Live. I mean, I really like what we talked about today because it's the future. It's where we're heading. It's what we're using now. You know, I know I'm using it. So I know you guys after this live, you're probably going to start using it as well. But like I said, put it in the comments, guys. Let us know. Are you going to be using AI? Are you not going to be using AI? I'd like to know your opinion. All right. So anyways, with that being said, guys, my name is Rich Guzman.
And my name is Ace Guzman.
And this Ace and Rich Live is a wrap. Have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one.
Have a great weekend, everybody.